Terry Pegula taking over as president for the Buffalo Bills as Raccuia is now out after just 6 weeks ago being at that groundbreaking ceremony for the new stadium. What is going on here? The shakeups continue to happen at One Bills Drive, and we got to discuss it. Leslie Frazier being a little bit different here, right? Sean McDermott now calling plays on the defensive side, and now Terry Pegula being an owner-president for the Buffalo Bills. We have to discuss it, what is ultimately going on. But welcome to my channel here, Bills News Consolidated. Definitely the shakeups continue here for 2023. What does it all stem from? Is it from COVID? Is it the mistake that the Buffalo Bills are building a brand new state-of-the-art stadium, but leaving out 3,000 season ticket holders? Right now, we currently have 63,000 season ticket holders, and the new stadium is only set to hold a little over 60,000. So roughly 3,000 season ticket holding fans are not going to be part of this new stadium here. So what is ultimately going to happen? Was it Raccuia's fault? What really was the reason for the change? And Terry Pegula flat out said they want to revamp the organizational structure of the Buffalo Bills. So really, what does this ultimately mean? We see Kim Pegula, and her medical condition really being the president for the Buffalo Bills the past several seasons, handling this team all throughout the pandemic until her having her medical issues, really not being part of the organization as much as they all anticipated that she would be, even in regards to the new stadium build, right? So Terry Pegula, I think, really needed to put people in the right position to lead this team, to lead this stadium, to work with politicians, to get this thing right. Maybe Raccuia wasn't the best person credentially for this role, right? I think a lot more was put on every single person's plate. And I discussed this in previous videos too. Like Brandon Beane was also, job and time was taken away from being a general manager to help out with this stadium. Listening to what a general manager would want, listening to what the coaches would want, what the players want, listening to their suggestions, right? And that's all taking away time from being the best general manager that you could be. So I really think Raccuia, the change up here with Terry Pegula, letting him go, parting ways, bringing in new people here to lead the new era of the Buffalo Bills going forward is very, very interesting to see what's going to happen. Now, this new stadium coming to the Buffalo Bills is absolutely huge, and I really think they're trying to capitalize on making the most amount of money. And we could see that Delaware North, a Buffalo-based company, really had a long-time relationship here with the Buffalo Bills, owning the concession stand, selling food, the beverages, really all managed by Delaware North. Well, now Terry Pegula is switching to a company owned by Dallas Cowboys' Jerry Jones, and they're going to be implementing the same kind of system that Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys has. They're going to be managing all the beverages, all the food, everything that's going to be going on there for this new stadium. So there are a lot of changes happening here for the Buffalo Bills going forward. And, I think it's very, very interesting to see how this is all going to shake out. You want to have a good sense of the community and what the community wants. But as an owner, they need to be as profitable as possible going forward. And Raccuia, I don't know, obviously we don't know the details. We don't know ultimately what he was fighting for, but I believe listening to the groundbreaking ceremony, he was really all about the community. He really wanted to give everyone what they wanted with the stadium. So, Terry Pegula is now our president, and I really like that. You got multiple guys on this staff. Sean McDermott, a head coach and now also defensive coordinator calling plays. Brandon Beane, I already mentioned, he was a GM, but also helping out with Terry Pegula in this stadium build. You can listen to Brandon Beane even discuss these things, right? And now it stems even from our owner, Terry Pegula, taking over as president, a hybrid type role. And I think that should just translate to the rest of the team. Not only our head coach, not only our GM, our owner is also putting a little bit more on their plate for 2023 in the future. So when we ask our players to put more on their plate, when we ask Josh Allen to take care of himself, to protect himself, right? When we ask Stephon Diggs to do the most that he possibly can, or any player on this team, it's not like we're asking them to do something that our owner isn't doing already. Taking on extra job responsibilities, taking on that little bit of extra that you need to get over the hump, right? And I really am loving this, that the Buffalo Bills, Terry Pegula, taking over as president, I think ultimately knows best. And seeing him get teary-eyed during that groundbreaking ceremony, I really think Terry Pegula truly cares about this team. He cares about Ralph Wilson. He cares about the history of the Buffalo Bills. Otherwise, he would have never kept Buffalo Bills where they are. He could easily move to Austin. He could have easily moved the team to a different city. But there is something special about the Buffalo Bills, Terry Pegula, and what he did for the city of Buffalo. Ron Raccuia, I got to do a little bit more research. I believe he's from the Buffalo area, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Who really knows what was going on? Was it a fatal mistake of building a new stadium, negotiating a new stadium with only 60,000 season ticket holding fans when we currently have 63,000? I don't know. I don't know. We got to see. I refuse to believe that Terry Pegula would allow something to be built or passed without being entirely in acceptance of it or the design. So really, what does it boil down to? I really think it's just a revamp in the organizational structure, just having a seamless flow of communication from the owner to the president to the GM to the coaches to the players. Like, we need to have a solid flow of communication, a solid organizational structure, so that, we're firing on all cylinders here. And yes, there are some other changes here in the AFC East I'm going to be discussing in my next video here. Aaron Rodgers being on the Jets, right? Miami Dolphins now progressing into a much better team. Tua maybe working out this offseason, protecting himself after multiple concussions last year. And you can never discount Bill Belichick and those New England Patriots. It's going to be a great season coming up. Training camp starts for the New York Jets today, so we're going to be revealing quite a bit of information. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this Ron Raccuia parting ways and Terry Pegula now taking over as owner-president. Appreciate you guys. Take care and go Bills.